All right, hello everybody. I'm Raul.
I'm Emmanuel.
So we're here at Westside Training Center in West Los Angeles, California, and we wanted to kind of talk about a match that happened over the weekend in Asia in one championship. So it was Gary Tonon, and he went in for a single leg. He kind of started, actually might as well kind of show you a little bit. So he went in for a single leg, started to bring it up, almost like running the pipe position in amateur wrestling, right? But then instead of that, then he turned it into a heel hook. So we'll show you the images right now. You can just pause it or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, what he did, we wouldn't necessarily consider catch wrestling because, again, he rolled onto his back. It's not very catch wrestling like, but I think the philosophy of it is catch wrestling like. So, and this kind of shows a little bit of the difference between amateur wrestling, or so like the folk style and freestyle wrestling, and catch wrestling. So oftentimes too, like people might be in amateur wrestling, they might either run the pipe, or what's kind of happening nowadays, or not even nowadays, this is a common takedown in amateur wrestling. They'll either be like this or like this, right? And then they'll raise the leg up as high as they can and then kick out. Okay, so but what we're seeing from there, which is totally a valid takedown, is that nowadays we're seeing these people with highlight reel back flips, right? So if you bring them up enough and they flip out. So we're seeing this not only in like collegiate wrestling or whatever, we're seeing it in international freestyle. And so my point is that then that technique kind of shows a little bit of a lack of control. I'm not saying that it's not bad, but we'll kind of give you an example of what would a traditional catch wrestling technique be that starts off like what Gary Tonon did. Okay, so here he gets the leg up, but almost like the amateur version where I'm going to keep it in front of my chest, right? So I'm not going to raise it up completely. I'm just going to pass the leg over to my other hand, and then now my free hand is going to grab the waist here. So now I've got the guy center of gravity. So from here, if I want to kick, I can, right? And then I'm going to bring him down. You see, I stay on top of him. Okay. Or say if I have it, right, and even if I want to suplex, right, I'm still going to be on him when we land. Okay. So that's kind of one of the main points where I want to kind of show where it's like this is a little bit of a difference between catch wrestling and what you see in amateur. So that like over the decades, there is like this philosophical difference. So Manny, since you come from a judo background, give us your 2 cents.
Well, both philosophies tend to go hand in hand. In judo, you can't score the full point to get an ippon if you don't have control. So you should be able to throw this guy, and when you're watching the highlight reel, be able to identify exactly what it was that this guy did. So this would go hand in hand with what judo teaches and what we practice as well.
Yeah, really all about that control. And so I think Gary Tonon, since he grabbed the guy's leg and actually didn't let go, he moved his body underneath to go for the heel hook. So it showed that at no real point was the guy really in a good position to scramble out. So good job. I think it, like, even though it's like could be considered jiu-jitsu, still kind of shares some of the catch wrestling philosophy. So go ahead and go check it out. And thanks for watching.
Subscribe and like.